Another shakeup in the White House today. President Trump announced former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations John Bolton will replace H.R. McMaster as National Security Advisor. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Reed.
And I'm Emily Spain. This is the administration's third National Security Advisor. President Trump called the move a, quote, mutual agreement. The White House says this shift has been in the works for some time, but was moved up to avoid any speculation.
I didn't really expect an announcement this afternoon, but it's obviously a great honor.
Rumors have risen over the past few weeks about McMaster leaving after supposed differences in work styles between him and Trump. Trump tweeted McMaster did an outstanding job. This is the latest change in the president's cabinet after Trump fired Secretary of State Rex Tillerson last week.
Also today, the president ordered new tariffs on China. In turn, China announced it might raise tariffs on U.S. pork, steel, and other goods, and calls on Washington to negotiate a settlement as soon as possible. The president wants tariffs on as much as $60 billion of Chinese imports. This follows the president's announcement. The trade deficit between China and the U.S. is the largest in history. He blames that deficit for the loss of American jobs.
I'm sure the Chinese are going to target important and iconic U.S. brands. There's already been discussions of that. The big fear, of course, is that this is just the beginning of a more global trade war.
President Trump says this move will make the USA richer and stronger. The U.S. Trade Representative has 15 days to list the Chinese goods targeted, followed by a 30-day public comment period.
Following the new tariffs announcement, the Dow saw its biggest drop in almost 2 months today, falling more than 720 points. Companies hit the hardest were those with big exposure to China, including Caterpillar, which has factories there. Boeing, which sells a lot of jets in China, was also hurt, as well as tech companies.
The ex-husband of the woman who had an affair with Governor Greitens is asking for an order of protection from the governor. He filed a motion today saying he feels intimidated because the governor is a retired Navy SEAL. The filing also wants to stop the governor's legal team from requiring the ex-husband to be deposed. Greitens faces a felony invasion of privacy charge over blackmail allegations within the affair.
Deputies took a man to the Callaway County Jail today after they say he led them on a manhunt. It started as a domestic disturbance. 33-year-old Joshua Steen allegedly hurt multiple people before stealing a car. Deputies found the car crashed on State Road AA around 10 this morning. The suspect ran off, but deputies found him a few hours later.
Last night, we aired a Target 8 investigation about the conflict surrounding a new terminal at the Columbia Regional Airport. Less than 24 hours later, the city and the Airport Advisory Board met to hash out details highlighted by our report. KOMU 8's Daytona Everett sat in on that meeting and joins us live from the airport. Daytona, what was said?
Yeah, that's right. The controversy over the location of a brand new terminal here at Columbia Regional Airport has been an ongoing issue for years. But the question is, who has the power to decide where it goes? After a meeting today, I learned that the city and the advisory board's power only goes so far.
An enormous amount of tax money, a series of mixed reviews, and 3 drawn-out years. But the construction of a new terminal still has not taken off. The Airport Advisory Board offered up one location on the north side of the airport. In its eyes, it was the best choice, but the city had other plans.
After a number of meetings with the FAA, with our MoDOT partners, and with other stakeholders in this, we looked at the area just south of the current terminal, and it met a number of things that the FAA liked.
So that's what the city did, move forward with its plan, throwing the advisory board's plan aside. Confused and offended, some members of the advisory board want to know who really has the power to make these decisions. That's what I asked today.
The council is the public policy arm of the city of Columbia. They are the ones who get to make the final decision on everything that city staff does, including at the airport.
The city and the FAA are moving into the next step, which is called due diligence.
We're in that phase, which is not exciting.
Not exciting and lasts at least 8 months.
We don't know at the end whether this site will be the exact suitable site or not.
Suitable for things like parking. Airport parking right now is already 85% full. With construction on the FAA's new terminal location, parking would be slashed dramatically. And the real problem is there's no room to expand. In the meeting today, David Nichols said they're maxed out on space. The consensus of the meeting is there's still a lot of uncertainty when it comes to the new terminal.
Members of the advisory board were unable to comment on this story. The next meeting that they will have will discuss any updates on the process. Reporting live from Columbia Regional Airport, Daytona Everett, KOMU 8 News.
A roof over your head. It's a simple life staple that many of us probably take for granted, but housing experts in Columbia say there are thousands of people here who don't have a home to call their own. KOMU 8's Claire Kopsky joins us now in the studio with the conversation in the community. Claire.
Emily, tonight, members of the community joined a religious group, Faith Voices of Columbia, to discuss how to make affordable housing a priority in Columbia again. Columbia Housing Authority provides homes for about 5,700 locals. It's renovated properties and built new ones, too. Still, CHA has hundreds on its waiting list. Faith Voices of Columbia met tonight in hopes of getting that number a lot lower.
We know that there are political arguments in the housing realm. We know that there are financial arguments in the housing realm. We are coming at it from a faith perspective and from a perspective of faith leaders. And we have specified our vision to say that access to affordable housing is a matter of human dignity.
Brian says the goal tonight was to recruit community members who are ready to go to community and council meetings to share their faith narrative of the current state and the hopeful state of affordable housing in Columbia. In the studio, Claire Kopsky, KOMU 8 News.
Holt Summit City Hall is trying to clear the air about a proposed smoking ordinance. The Board of Aldermen met tonight for the first reading of the proposal. It would regulate where smokers can light up in public places. Businesses would still be able to regulate if smokers visit their property. The city hopes the ordinance will move smokers away from public doorways.
As they're coming up, they haven't finished a cigarette. They may stop right in front of the door in City Hall and finish their cigarette. Well, if somebody else comes up to come in to pay a bill, they're walking through a cloud of smoke.
The board is expected to make a decision at its next meeting, April 12th.
Well, it's a little warmer out there today, but we had a lot of cloud cover, and Kenton is now tracking some rain for the rest of the week. Let's send it over to him for his latest Check It Your Forecast. Hey, Kenton.
Hey, Emily, thank you very much, and good evening, everyone. Take a look at satellite and radar. You can see still just some light sprinkles, some drizzle here on the live operated first alert radar, but a lot of that's not quite hitting the ground here in mid-Missouri, just some cloud cover still overhead. And we have a couple differences here across much of our viewing area. We have a difference in our moisture content, our relative humidity, a lot more moisture, of course, where we're seeing some of those sprinkles or at least some moisture in our clouds up above, but a lot less. Lower humidity, 53% only there in Warsaw, 52% in Clinton at this point. It's much warmer down there, though. Still 62 degrees at Clinton right now. They were in the 70s earlier today. 47 right now in Columbia, 50 in Jefferson City, 46 in Mexico, and 45 in Moberly. So again, a difference in our temperatures here across the area. Also, now winds are right in from the east at 12 miles per hour. We're going to see some gusts around 25 miles per hour throughout the day tomorrow. We're keeping the cloud cover too, and some chances for some rain as well. Temperatures, though, start in the 40s tomorrow, and then we're going to warm up right into the middle 50s. I'm tracking those rain chances for the weekend and early next week coming up later.
All right, Kenton, thank you very much. Also later in the show, how a new program hopes to turn dreams of big city lights into desires for small town living.
Plus, the superintendent of the Southern Boone County School District wants an additional employee.
Never be surprised by the weather. Download the free KOMU 8 Weather and Traffic app. Brought to you by Central Bank of Boone County.
At Slumberland, the prices on all kinds of mattresses are going down. Up to 60% off, like the Sealy Luxury Firm mattress for just $3.99. Plus lots more. The store-wide mattress sale at Slumberland. It's a good life.
Right now, U.S. Cellular is having an enormous Samsung smartphone sale, including $450 off the new Galaxy S9 and no activation fee. Go with another carrier, and they'll hit you.
What?
With hidden fees.
Dude.
Don't get a raw deal. Go to U.S. Cellular and get $450 off on the new Galaxy S9 with the camera reimagined. On a plan with no hidden fees, plus a stronger signal in the middle of anywhere.
Carpet Values is the Midwest's largest mill direct discount flooring warehouse.
What does that mean to you? Selection. Walk through miles and miles of wall-to-wall carpeting, miles of luxury vinyl tile and plank, miles of trendy wood laminate, miles of extra-wide sheet vinyl. And don't forget Mid-Missouri's largest selection of area rugs. If it's on the floor, we have it at the best prices. So drive a little for miles and miles of savings at Carpet Values, only in Kingdom City.
The 38th annual Herman Wurst Fest is March 25th and 26th in beautiful Herman, Missouri. Sample sausages from around the Midwest all weekend and catch the 22nd annual Wiener Dog races on Sunday. The Herman Wurst Fest, March 25th and 26th.
Hi guys, so this is the all-new Chevy Equinox.
It's gorgeous.
It offers rear seat reminder, built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi, Apple CarPlay compatibility, and Team Driver technology. It's crazy. Now to get all these features, you'd need all 6 of those crossovers.
That's insane.
Yep, and you still wouldn't get everything that's in this Equinox.
Wow. 6 cars in one.
Yeah.
Qualified lessees can get this well-equipped, all-new 2018 Chevy Equinox for around $239 a month. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
If you've been seriously injured in an accident, visit lawmissouri.com.
Get continuous coverage 24/7 on Twitter and Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at KOMU News and on Facebook.com/KOMU8.
At Slumberland, the prices on all kinds of great stuff are going down. Get up to 65% off. Like this sofa, on sale for just $5.99. Or this bed, on sale for just $4.99. The store-wide sale at Slumberland. It's a good life.
The First Alert Weather Cam is brought to you by the law firm of Harper, Evans, Wade, and Nettemeyer. We will fight for you. This First Alert weather forecast is brought to you by Family Pond.
Welcome back to KOMU 8 News at 9 o'clock here on Mid-Missouri CW. Time-lapse over the Columbia Regional Airport today. Beautiful sunrise this morning. A lot of cloud cover then throughout the day, but as we headed towards mid to late afternoon, a little bit more sunshine trying to poke through those clouds, and there's that sunshine right there, and more cloud cover, of course, heading into our overnight hours as our next system starts to roll in. Check out our drought monitor, came out just brand new today. You can see in this D0, this yellow, that's abnormally dry conditions. In the tan, that's D1, a moderate drought still for some of us in mid-Missouri, especially our northwestern viewing area, of course. Then some of us don't have any at all if you're over in the southeast. Rains from the past about month has really helped you folks out. But if we look at satellite and radar, again, just some brief sprinkles possible here in northeastern Missouri. The rest of us are dry with just more cloud cover, again, pushing in. We have a big difference across the United States with the weather. We are drier here for our eastern part of the United States, besides this little blip here in Missouri and Illinois. And then we have a lot of cloud cover and a lot of rainfall and snow, of course, in the mountains there from the Rocky Mountains and over to the west of that. Now, it's going to, a lot of this moisture is going to follow this stationary front that's just kind of sweeping through the Midwest at this point, and some of this warm front's right here in Missouri as well. That's why it's much warmer down to the southwest. And so as this rainfall heads our direction, that's again what's arriving for our Friday into Saturday. Then for Monday and Tuesday, we have this low pressure system that's still building up over the Pacific Ocean. That heads our direction over the weekend, and it's here on Monday and Tuesday for us, of course. Now let's track this all hour by hour. Why not? You can see it tomorrow morning, mostly cloudy, maybe some peaks of sunshine, but mostly cloudy nonetheless. Clouds will then increase throughout the day, some rainfall arriving. Midday, again, we're not expecting a lot of rain throughout the day. It will not be a washout, and most of this rainfall is going to be kind of in a diagonal line from the northwest to the southeast from Columbia, and then areas to the northeast of that, of course. So here's at 6 p.m. tomorrow, rain kind of off and on overnight, but the most rainfall is expected to be early Saturday morning. Here's 4 a.m. on Saturday morning, even some moderate showers possible there, maybe even a couple rumbles of thunder. 8 a.m. on Saturday is kind of the last bit of this rainfall finally pushing out of the area, and then we're dry the rest of our Saturday, but we're keeping the cloud cover for the rest of the day on Saturday. We're going to keep the cloud cover on Sunday as well, but it will be dry for the rest of our weekend. So total rainfall accumulation for this system from Friday night into Saturday morning, we're looking at less than half an inch for most of us in mid-Missouri. Some of our northeastern viewing area, though, where we do see most of that rainfall, could see about half an inch to possibly an inch at most, or maybe even see some of those thunderstorms. So here's again Sunday afternoon, just cloudy, but that rain then moves in overnight heading into Monday for a new work week. That rain overspreads the area, maybe even some thunderstorms mixed in with that as well. Then on Saturday, we're still seeing the rainfall, even a bit heavier possibly on Saturday, or on Tuesday, and some thunderstorms again mixed in with that too. So something we're going to be watching for. That pushes out heading into Wednesday. A lot of rain there for those 2 days. We're expecting possibly 1-2 inches of total rainfall accumulation, maybe more, for those who see some of those stronger thunderstorms. Now 42 degrees here for our low temperature tonight. Warmer than we have been. That's about 10 degrees warmer than we were at this morning. 54 then tomorrow afternoon. Again, some of those rain showers, especially for our northeastern viewing area. Then 55 on Saturday, 53 on Sunday. We're mostly cloudy there. And then we're going to be at 63 on Monday, 65 on Tuesday with those showers and thunderstorms. Drier with more sunshine by the end of next week.
All right, Kenton, thank you very much. Keeping students safe is always a priority. How one school is using its money to increase security.
Guitar is more than just an instrument. It's like a friend. You know, if you're feeling down, you can pick your guitar up, and that's where a lot of blues songs come from. It's a personal connection. You have to be dedicated to really be good at it. One thing about Family Pawn, when you go in there, you get better service there than you do in a music store, I can say that. Anything you want, they've got it.
Every guitar that comes to the door at Family Pawn has a story. Let's find the one that's right for you.
You plan for everything in life, except the only thing that's for certain. Is it time for a frank discussion with your loved ones about final arrangements? It pays to discuss the details and the price when your family is not under stress. When you're ready, contact Bach Yeager Funeral Chapel. Tour our newly remodeled facilities. We're not big and corporate. You'll deal directly with our owners. Whether it's an affordable traditional service or a simple cremation, count on Bach Yeager Funeral Chapel. Personalized service with dignity, care, and respect.
The KOMU8 iPhone and Android News app is brought to you by University Subaru. Download yours today.
It's the March Showcase and Sale at Downtown Appliance Home Center. Our beautiful showroom has all the top name brands on display. And right now you'll find some very attractive offers, including GE and GE Profile. Plus, save up to 40% in our sleep shop, where it's model changeover time on Serta and iComfort mattresses. The March Showcase and Sale. Say it, guys.
Downtown Appliance Home Center. The Sleep Shop. 2 stores in one.
East Broadway, Columbia.
It's a secret texting app that makes messages disappear. But it's no secret why our governor, facing scandal, would be using it. Editorials say it's clear that evidence has been destroyed. But Attorney General Josh Hawley came to the governor's rescue, proclaiming him innocent. The same Josh Hawley who took almost $50,000 in contributions from Governor Greitens. All Missourians should worry, and we should be asking ourselves, is Josh Hawley bought and paid for? SMP is responsible for the content of this advertising.
MU Healthcare is partnering with several mid-Missouri hospitals and sending some helping hands along the way. It plans to place some of its medical students at rural hospitals. The goal is to inspire them to work in small towns after graduation. One doctor in Sedalia says many students want to work in big cities, but hopes the program will change their mind.
We believe that that provides a significant leg up for being able to retain those people in 6 and 7 and 8 years down the road, have new practitioners join our community and provide care for our citizens.
He says students will work in specialty areas including surgery, gynecology, and family medicine. The Rural Tracker program is set to begin this summer.
The Southern Boone County School District is updating its budget and considering adding another school resource officer. The district already has locked doors, cameras, and a resource officer, plus Ashland police make daily stops. Even with the security, the superintendent wants a second school officer.
They're two different professions, they're two different trainings, and in this situation, I feel like it's best that law enforcement have that role.
Family said a second SRO would work in both the elementary and the middle schools. The current officer patrols the high school. Transparency, that was the topic of conversation today between the Columbia City Council and City Manager Mike Mathis. Members held a meeting behind closed doors to evaluate Mathis. We asked Councilman Michael Trapp if this meeting was in response to Mathis's controversial comments last year about racial bias.
I don't think that needs to be a public discussion. It's our personnel decision, and we're well within our rights to publicly focus on the positive things, and the public can know that we hold city staff accountable and we provide good oversight and management.
Trapp said the evaluations are common and usually held every 6 months, but now the council plans to evaluate Mathis every 4 months. We tried to speak to other council members, but they declined to comment.
Columbia archers across Missouri are aiming for first place this weekend. The 2018 Missouri National Archers and the Schools program will host a tournament in Branson Friday and Saturday. More than 2,000 archers are participating, 7 of them coming from Gentry Middle and Rockbridge High School. Coach Angie Roberts says it was her love of sports that got her involved with archery more than a decade ago.
I've been a lover of sports my whole life, and I've coached and been around young people for a long time. And so about 11 years ago, we were shooting in PE class, and this state tournament opened up, was available, and I asked a couple kids to go to it, and I've been doing it ever since.
The team leaves tomorrow morning and will begin shooting at 2:30 on Friday. The NFL draft is just a month away, and some Mizzou players could hear their names called.
What they showed NFL scouts today at Pro Day, next in sports.
Pleasant interruptions, a phone call from an old friend, finding out you've won a prize. Bad interruptions, allergies, and asthma. Columbia Allergy and Asthma Specialist tests for a wide range of allergies and treats you with your custom plan so that your symptoms go away. Flowers, pets, changing seasons, you can enjoy them. We'd like to help. Go to breatheeasyandlivefree.com or call for an appointment.
Columbia Allergy and Asthma Specialists.
At A.W. Smith Law, it's not just about making money. It's about making the world a better and safer place to live. Many law firms run things like a business. Clients are just numbers, and it's mostly about the money. Practicing law is a profession, and A.W. Smith Law is all about being professional, which means placing their clients' best interests above their own. A.W. Smith Law, protecting mid-Missouri, one case at a time.
Low on cash and credit? Then turn down? Check out the 3-point play at JD Buyrider. 1. Our on-site approval can mean easy, flexible payments for you. 2. Apply online from anywhere at gojdb.com. You could get a real approval from home. 3. Get a better car that's inspected, computer tested, serviced, and reconditioned. With 3-year, 36,000 miles, 0 deductible limited warranty. Now that's a 3-point play that's a winner.
Closed captioning of KOMU8 News is brought to you by Genesis Laser and Vein Center, a KOMU8 caring company. Now, from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU8 Sports.
Hi, everyone. With the NFL Draft just more than a month away, NFL scouts arrived in Columbia to look at the Missouri Tigers seniors today. Scouts from about 25 different NFL teams watched a number of Mizzou players. Jamon Moore among the top targets. He improved on his NFL combine numbers, running a 4.5 40-yard dash. Moore expected to be a mid-round pick in the draft. He made 10 touchdown catches for Mizzou last season. Defensive end Marcel Frazier also spoke with a number of teams. He surprised scouts with his quickness despite weighing in at 250 pounds. Frazier expected to be a late pick in the draft. He had 7 sacks his senior season. Moore and Frazier both say today was important as they get closer to realizing their NFL dream.
Like I can run, so with my size I can run, and I got good body control. See my hips, I can move, so I feel like people my size, 6'2", 200 plus. I don't really know if there's people out there that can move like me, so let's just see what happens.
Just effort and drive, man. I'm gonna work hard. I came the JUCO route. I never really had an easy way per se. I went to 2 junior colleges. I signed with the Mountain West team out of high school. So just effort and perseverance and pursuit. I don't think that's going to change ever.
Well, the hardwood is a spot for basketball, and the March Madness continues. What a story. Number 11 seed Loyola of Chicago. The Ramblers tonight advance to the Elite Eight with a win over Nevada. Another close call for Loyola, which has won its 3 games in the tournament by a total of 4 points. 69-68, a 1-point final tonight. As Loyola wins, we'll get the winner of the matchup between Kentucky and Kansas State, which is underway. K-State leading the Kentucky Wildcats late in the first half. Also tonight, there is more basketball to tell you about. Michigan blasted Texas A&M from the SEC by 27 points. And very early, you see Gonzaga with a 1-point lead over the Florida State Seminoles, who eliminated Mizzou from the big dance in the opening round last week in Nashville. Missouri women's basketball coach Robin Pingeton is one of 10 finalists for National Coach of the Year honors. Pingeton led her team to a 24-8 record and a third consecutive NCAA tournament. But number 5 seeded Mizzou suffered the biggest upset loss in the first round of the tournament, falling to number 12 Florida Gulf Coast by 10 points. This is the second year in a row that Robin Pinchin is one of the top 10 finalists for the Coach of the Year honors. That's sports.
Quick, what's the first thing you think of when you need health care? We want it to be Family Health Center, primary and preventive care for the whole family. Think of us first when you get sick, need an annual checkup, for newborn and pediatric care, chronic disease management, immunizations, or referral to a specialist. We take all major insurance plans and offer discounts for those who qualify. Plan now for good health. Make Family Health Center your first choice for primary care. Now in East Columbia on Broadway Bluffs Drive. Family Health Center, health and care within reach.
Spring is coming. Enjoy the season with a great deal on a new Toyota. Like low APR financing on the technology-loaded Corolla, the adventurous RAV4, the rugged Tundra, and more.
I'm rebuilding the deck?
Yep.
Okay.
Lease a new 2018 RAV4 for $229 per month with $1,000 lease bonus cash. Or get 0% APR financing plus $500 bonus cash.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Now here's a look at what we're following for KOMU 8 News at 10 o'clock. A closer look at the impact President Trump's tariffs on China could have here in the U.S.
What American farmers are saying about the tariffs coming up on KOMU 8 News at 10 o'clock. Kenton.
And again, clouds are going to increase here overnight tonight, and then we have that rainfall rolling in slowly tomorrow morning, starting around midday, continuing into the afternoon. You can see that here with our nowcast. Here's 2 p.m. And now a lot of this rain is going to be, again, from a diagonal line from Columbia a little bit more to the northeast. So I think this model might be overdoing it just a little bit, but that is still around the same time we're expecting that rainfall to push in the area. 42, though, at sunrise. That's going to be about 10 to 12 degrees warmer than we were this morning. We're at 30 degrees this morning, yeah. 42 tomorrow. And then you can see highs in the 60s eventually on Monday and Tuesday with some thunderstorms.
Some Mizzou baseball playing this weekend at home.
Yes.
That forecast is not exactly
not exactly
what,
ideal.
What day?
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday. Well, Saturday and Sunday are going to be okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Mid-50s, but you say so.
Okay, a little cold. That's true.
It's a relative term, but they'll play. They'll play.
It's Missouri in March.
Exactly.
I mean.
Home field advantage, perhaps.
See ya at 10.
See ya.
On air, online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the news app, and the weather app. KOMU 8 News. Coverage you can count on.